It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Yes, Mzansi, welcome back. Your feel-good breakfast show, and let's make things feel a little bit better and a little bit more interesting right now. And I've got a question for you. What would it be like if you swapped homes and families with someone else? What would you learn about how other people live or how they raise their children? Could the experience even change your life? And what sort of changes would you introduce to a new family? Well, now you can answer that question with S3's brand new reality TV show called Wife Swap SA. Now, joining us via video call from Johannesburg, we have executive producer Ziyanda Ngaba to tell us more about the show. Ziyanda, how you doing? Good morning.
Hi, how are you guys? Thank you so much for having me.
Oh, it's so good to be it's good to be chatting to you. We are so excited about this. I think a lot of us are anticipating the show. Talk to me about it. Tell me about the show and who should be entering the show actually as well.
Right. So Wife Swap is an international sensation that has been seen across the world and has been produced in over 25 countries. And we thought that it would be fantastic for South Africa to experience the social experiment. It is an exciting opportunity for families to exchange lives with another family for a couple of days, thereby having an opportunity to observe how other people live, how other people run their lives. I mean, remember when you were a kid, when we were all kids, we used to go visit our cousins, our other families, and you were always surprised by the way that they do things. Like what time they go to bed, how they do their dishes, who does the chores, how the kids are disciplined. And given that now we're looking at families, it also involves how it is that the parents parent their children. And, you know, we know that South Africa is a very diverse country, which is why we thought it would be very exciting for SABC3 viewers to watch and see how it is that different families across South Africa run their household.
Oh, now this sounds interesting to me because we maybe are aware of versions of this in other areas, but when you take South Africa into account, we are a nation that has so many different cultures, so many different ways of bringing up our kids, our family. So this is going to be a very interesting perspective into how we are all living different lives. So as a contestant, if you are chosen for the show, what can they sort of expect? I mean, yes, you mentioned broadly like this type of things that they'd be doing, but more practically speaking, what would they actually be going through?
Right. So the way that the format works is that the entries need to come from a family. Whoever is in a family structure and believes that they are a family, doesn't matter color, creed, race, gender, needs to enter by going to www.wifeswap.co.za and enter. You have to have the consent of both your husband and your wife that this is something that's going to happen, because what will happen is that the wife, and we put it in inverted commas because, you know, it's up to the family to decide who they believe the wife is, will go to another house and they will exchange wives and spend time living for the first couple of days under the rules of the wife of the house. And they leave a Bible of sorts to explain how it is that they like things run in the house. What time the kids wake up, what time they go to bed, who eats what, their diet, what kind of budget they spend on a weekly basis. And as that new wife that's going into that family, you have to live by their rules. Now, while you're going through the experience, you're obviously going to learn that, oh my God, I'm not sure about the way that these guys don't exercise, for example, in the morning, because in my family, we exercise as a family in the morning before we all go to school and we go to work.
Yeah.
And you will have a chance that halfway through the experience, you can change the rules according to how it is that you run your family. So for the second half of the visit to the other house, everybody has to do things by your rules. So, you know, using the example of exercising, if that family is not an exercising family, you got to get them up and you say, guys, you know, it's important that you take care of your health. This is how we do things in our house. And the idea with that is that, you know, you help another family figure out ways to possibly improve the way that they run their households and they parent their kids and they relate to each other.
This sounds so wild to me. I can only just imagine the amount of conversations, the amount of contrast and also the amount of learning and growth that can come from this. And I think we can get this cool opportunity to almost vicariously live through these situations. And I think for us as viewers, possibly learn too. So maybe the best question I have right now is with regards to contestants, and I'm sure certain people out there and families are listening now that possibly want to get involved in this. What advice would you have to contestants? And is there still an opportunity to get involved in the show?
Absolutely. There's still opportunity to get involved in the show. The entries are open. So you can go to www.wifeswap.co.za. And my advice would be talk to your family. So if one member of the family sees this as an exciting, exploration and experience for the family, if you're the kid at home watching, talk to your parents and say there's this show that I think we would really, really benefit from in terms of improving how it is that our household is run. And also to serve curiosity. You might be that wife who's thinking that, the way that my husband believes things should be done is not, ideal. And I wonder if I went to another house, if I would experience that those things actually do work. And they might learn something about whether, they'll come back appreciating their families even more is what is ideal. Because you want to go and learn and come back and you say, listen, guys, we're actually okay. We're doing pretty fine compared to other families out there.
I got you, Ziyanda. Well, thank you so much for giving us even more reason to get involved and anticipate the show. I think it's a great opportunity for everyone in South Africa to, like I said, get insight into how other people, how the families work, and definitely there's going to be learning coming from this. So collectively, I think we're all here for this one. And of course, Mzansi, it is your opportunity to possibly get involved too. So if you want, you can enter and head over to www.wifeswap.co.za. Fill in the entry form and hopefully we will see you on Wife Swap SA right here on S3's. Thank you so much, Ziyanda.